An incident happened inside the jail facility where an inmate was stabbed. Now this is being covered up. His poor mother is scared to come forward. An inmate, Sergio Diaz. Now my question is, why hasn't this been covered by the media? Sergio Diaz, already publicized on TikTok, already publicized on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Sergio Diaz, 2 inmates went to his cell at 5 o'clock in the morning. Now those 2 inmates are MS-13 gang members. They managed to get that door open, go into his cell, and stab Sergio Diaz. Now, my question is, that the jail cell door is electronically controlled. The only person that can open it and close it are the correctional officers. So my question is, how was that door open for those 2 inmates to go in and stab Sergio Diaz? My question is, are the correctional officers, are some correctional officers associated with MS-13? That door managed to open. 2 inmates that are MS-13 gang members were able to go into that cell and stab that inmate. I ask that question again. I ask it for whoever is in charge of that jail facility. Your job is to make sure that these inmates are safe. We are part of this community. The community is asking you, what are you doing about that incident? And how are you keeping the other inmates safe? I can only assume, since the door can only open and close electronically, those correctional officers opened that door. And if they did, are they associated with MS-13 members? Certain correctional officers that allowed that door to open to coordinate and attack a stabbing on Sergio Diaz? His poor mother is scared. Now those 2 inmates, they were in charge of the stabbing. That's a bigger problem. Why weren't those inmates charged for stabbing Sergio Diaz? Why are they covering this up? It's not on the media. They're not being charged. And then Sergio Diaz is released on bond. They told his mom, you better not come forward. We're going to release your son on bond. Make sure that you don't come forward. You don't say anything. Or we'll take him back to jail if you come forward and say anything. His poor mother is scared. She doesn't know what to do. She barely speaks the language. I'm going to be here in front of the courthouse and I'm voicing out Sergio Diaz's voice, Jason Castro's voice, my brother's voice, Mustafa Al-Jazari, every day, and all the other inmates that don't have families on the outside. Every day I'm going to be here in front of the courthouse at Prince William County Courthouse. Every single day we're going to be here and we're going to voice out their voice. The Lord is with us and He's going to give us enough strength to go against these tyrants. These are tyrants, individuals that use the badge, the uniform, to abuse people. And instead of serving and protecting, they're abusing inmates. They went in, handcuffed my brother behind his back, stripped him naked, beat him up so bad where he can't walk, and they denied him medical. They're doing it to a lot of inmates. And the same names are coming up, the same names with other inmates. They're doing it to other inmates. There was an incident where an elderly inmate died inside that jail. It's on the news. But an inmate reached out and he told me what those correctional officers were doing to that inmate. And because of it, that inmate died. They deprived him of food. They would go in, handcuff him behind his back, the same way they did to my brother. They would go in, handcuff him behind his back, strip him naked, stomp on his head, and then deny him medical. And then later refuse to give him food. That inmate died. It's in the news, but the details are not in the news. But the Lord does work through people. My phone number is circulating inside that jail facility. Inmates are reaching out and telling me details of what those correctional officers are doing inside that jail facility. Disturbing details. And I'm going to publicize them. And the same names are coming up. Sergeant Daniels, Correctional Officer Tipton, Correctional Officer Malinsky, Correctional Officer Suda. They call themselves the red team inside that jail facility. They have a reputation where if they start beating you up, you're not going to walk again. They did that to my brother. They're doing it to other inmates. And inmates are coming forward. And every day, I'm going to be here at Prince William County in front of the courthouse, and I'm going to be voicing out their voice. Every day. The FBI went in. They sat down with my brother. An investigation is already happening. I'm taking these statements, these audio conversations, these witness statements from inside the jail, and we're taking them to the FBI. We're taking them to civil rights organizations that are there to protect those inmates. Those correctional officers think they can get away with it because they've been doing it for so long, a long time. And a lot of inmates don't have families on the outside to hear their voice. That inmate that I was telling you about that's on the news, they did that to him and they killed him inside the jail. Because of them, he died inside that jail. The news is not going to cover the details. They're going to tell you an inmate died. But with the grace of God, we're going to be able to voice those inmates' voice. And I'm going to be able to publicize them. Every single day, we're going to be here. Investigators room, we have an audio conversation where he falsified my brother's police report. We publicized it. Internal affair, we sat down with the internal affair. It's only a matter of time before they hold this criminal accountable for what he did to my brother. Sergeant Daniels, Correctional Officer Malinsky, Correctional Officer Tipton, Correctional Officer Suda. You're going to be held accountable. It's only a matter of time before the FBI holds you accountable. We're giving them a lot of evidence. And a lot of inmates are reaching out. These are witness statements. They're all being recorded. They're all being publicized. The truth is going to come out. Every single day, we're going to be here. And we're going to publicize what they're doing to those inmates. This abuse has to stop.